Four millennials, Vedant Patel, Aditya Sharma, Rohit Samtane, and Harsh Lal, started a clothing brand in 2014 with an investment of around 6 lakh rupees total. And in 2022, they are on their way to clock in a humongous 500 crores in revenue. What? Hello everyone, my name is Siddharth. Friends, in the last few years, online shopping has changed how we buy almost everything in our lives, including what we wear. While companies like Amazon and our homegrown Flipkart have covered almost all the essentials for us to buy online, platforms like Myntra and Ajio focus exclusively on apparel for everyone. While these platforms continue to dominate the online clothing market, there's one brand, the Soul Store, that has carved a niche for themselves in this section. And even after fighting in a cluttered market and braving the pandemic, they continue to grow faster than ever. Now I know the questions for all of you are obvious. How is a millennial brand with millennial founders and a millennialish investment of just 6 lakh rupees bootstrapped in 2013 on track to achieve 500 crores in gross margin value in 2022? What are the business strategies that made the Soul Store better than their competitors and make film stars like Sara Ali Khan invest in their brand? And what can we learn as business owners or an aspiring business student from the success of the Soul Store? Today we get under the skin of the Soul Store and learn key business strategies that made the Soul Store better. First things first, to understand how the Soul Store became successful, it is important to understand why it started. Now back in 2013, Myntra was a 6-year-old startup, Jabong was only 1 year old, and Ajio wasn't even born. In such a time when the online market was at the cusp of exploration, 4 pop culture fans saw an opportunity. Wait a second, what is pop culture? Well, pop culture literally translates to popular culture. Things that are common like movies, TV shows, games, cricket, mostly stuff around younger generation like the Big Bang Theory, Friends, Harry Potter, movies like the Mission Impossible series, Star Wars, cricket, IPL, FIFA, WWE, etc. Now these guys, just like you and me, were fans of Sheldon, Mr. Walter White, Joey from Friends, Harry Potter, Yoda, you get me. They were fans of everything popular and cool. Now as fans, we know what all of us want, right? There is some part of that movie or TV show that we want to own.
Exactly.
Now that memento can be anything, say a t-shirt or a mug or a keychain. Anything that reflects our fandom in our social circle. Now back then, there were only 2 ways you could buy such exclusive merchandise in India. One is you had to beg your relatives in the USA or UK to courier it to you, which costed a bomb if the relatives send it by pay on delivery. Or second, buy a cheap copy from the street. This did not cost a bomb, but it did not provide a good quality product either. That's where the founders of the Soul Store realized that the market gap was too large. Either an unaffordable 3000 rupees t-shirt or a cheap 300 rupees t-shirt. To bridge this gap and to serve the fans, the Soul Store was born. The Soul Store focused on the holy trifecta of clothing line. That is, great design, great product, and affordable pricing. Easier said than done, right? I mean, how did they do that? So let us understand their business strategy and approach towards this trifecta in detail. Well, for starters, the first thing that they focused on was great design. The Soul Store signed up their first licensing deal for a show called The Big Bang Theory. Wait, what is a licensing deal? Let me explain it to you with a simple example. You know how leasing of a car works, right? Say if you lease a Honda City car, you bring the car home from the showroom for a certain amount, pay a fixed price every month for using the car, and at the end of the lease period, say 5 years, you either return the car or extend the lease on that Honda City car. Now in these 5 years, you can take the Honda City anywhere in India. From Ahmedabad to Mumbai, Lucknow to Delhi or Kashmir to Kanyakumari. That is not the car company's concern. Now just like renting of a tangible property, a visible property like a Honda City car is called leasing, the renting of mostly an intangible or intellectual property is called licensing. That means, just like leasing, The Soul Store can buy the license for a show like The Big Bang Theory for a certain amount, pay a fixed royalty for every item sold from that license, and at the end of the licensing contract, they can either renew the contract or discontinue it. But just like it is with a Honda City, where you're free to take it anywhere as long as you're not taking it someplace illegal, with licensing, you are free to get creative with the product design as long as there are a certain mandates or rules that are followed, like the logo of the TV show, font of the TV show, color scheme of that movie, etc. When the Soul Store got this opportunity with the show The Big Bang Theory, they understood the needs of the customers and fans because they were all fans at heart themselves. So the designs were meticulously done, keeping in mind the aspirations of these fans. Not only did they design some great products around the Big Bang Theory show, but because they understood fans, they went a step ahead and gave freebies, free gifts along with each product. With the Big Bang Theory t-shirts, they gave a personalized housing agreement. You know, the one like Sheldon does in the TV show?
Violations of the roommate agreement.
This attention or details made a huge impact on the customers who were thrilled to receive these free goodies, as well as licensors who were impressed with the extra efforts put in by the brand. The second thing that the Soul Store focused on was producing a great product. Since the culmination of the brand, they focused on making high quality products that were better than any local duplicate clothes available in the market. But the one issue always related with making great products in the merchandise business is an extremely lengthy lead time. Now, lead time in the clothing business is the turnaround time for any new product, right from working on the design of the product to the final shipment. Now, to understand this lead time better, let's divide it into two parts. One is the production lead time and second is the transportation lead time. Now, production lead time is the time taken for a t-shirt design to get approved, sent to the manufacturer, and the time taken by manufacturer to produce that item. So the steps included for the manufacturer in this process are making the fabric, sampling of the product, which is making of a prototype, say a beta product for approval, and then the final production. And second is the transportation lead time. Say now a company in Mumbai might have a manufacturing unit in Ludhiana. So in simple words, the time taken by the manufacturer of Ludhiana to send the product to Mumbai is the transportation lead time. Okay, so now that you've understood what a lead time is, let's understand what is an approximate lead time for any new piece of clothing. Now normally, online apparel brands have an approximate lead time or a turnaround time of 30 to 90 days for any new product. But, the Soul Store predicted the rise of fast fashion and the changing of trends at a rapid pace. That is when another smart decision became a deciding factor in the success of their business. Right from the start of their business, almost 50% of the total manufacturing was done in-house by the brand. As in, designing was done in Mumbai as well as the production was done in Mumbai. Now, how did this help? Well, simply put, they reduced their transportation lead time to 0 days. And while this was a little pricier decision, its long-term effect was miraculous. While other brands had lead time of around 80 days, the Soul Store, with its army of designers and production team, was successfully ready to dispatch any new designs in less than 7 days. This is a supremely efficient turnaround time. So this helped the brand get a significant edge in its race of fast fashion against other brands, all while maintaining a top-notch quality of the product. The third thing that the Soul Store focused on was affordability. Now see, pricing in India is a tricky topic. The usual easy route is that the clothing brands generally offer festive and seasonal discounts a little too often to improve that footfall and revenue. You might see Diwali sale, off-season sale, monsoon sale, this sale, that sale all year long. But the Soul Store had a different strategy in mind. They did not want to attract one-time customers with discounts. They wanted to retain these customers. Marketing 101, it's easier to retain a customer than to acquire a new one. So the Soul Store wanted to retain their customers and therefore they decided to reward their customers for their loyalty. How? Well, they started an exclusive membership program where the members got discounts throughout the year as well as an early bird access to their latest collections.
Must planning.
Friends, this is called a positive reinforcement strategy. I'll explain this strategy in depth in a separate video, but simply put, positive reinforcement is giving rewards for a good behavior or a desired behavior. In this case, sign up as a member of the Soul Store and receive discounts throughout the year. Simple. Now this positive reinforcement strategy worked so well that currently the Soul Store has more than 40 lakh members or fans registered in the exclusive membership program. So this is how, guys and girls, approaching the holy trifecta of great design, great product and affordability, going above and beyond in all of these three sectors, all while continuously innovating with products and using presence of mind, the Soul Store became one of the leading brands of casual apparel in India. Moving on to the lessons that we can learn from the business strategies of the Soul Store. First, follow the book and then add creativity to it. You see, most licensing brands usually take designs from the design book provided by the licensor and sell it under their own brand name. But the Soul Store went ahead and got creative with the designs, creative with the supply chain and reducing lead time, creative with the quality of the product, giving free gifts. All of this in turn helped them build a significant brand value. Second, know your customers like you know yourself. In the case of the Soul Store, it definitely helped the brand that right from the founders of the brand to the people making designs to the people marketing for the brand on their social media platforms, all of them were pop culture fans and fans of their own product. This automatically connects you with the audience and helps you understand their perspective of your offerings. And the gift of understanding what your customer wants is a gold mine. And third, understand how to use positive reinforcement to build long-term customers and not merely bank only on discounts. Remember, there is nothing wrong with giving price discounts, especially in a country like India. But if you repeat it too often, the people will never pay full price for your brand of products, and you will simultaneously lose your brand value. Try to reward customers for their loyalty and don't just keep relying on discounts. This will assure you repeated customers. And now we know what is easier, a repeated customer or acquiring a new one. Thank you so much, guys. That's all from my side. I hope you really liked this video. If you did, please do click on the like button, and while you're at it, subscribe to the channel for more such interesting videos. If there is any business case study or advertising case study that you might want to know more about, do mention in the comments below. Goodbye.